Hi, my name is Jared Van Eck. I'm a captain with the Spartanburg City Fire Department in Spartanburg, South Carolina. We're here in Appleton, Wisconsin at Pierce Manufacturing for the final inspection of our brand new 2025 Pierce tractor-drawn aerial. But before we begin this overview, we would like to thank the Spartanburg City Mayor and Council for making this purchase possible. And we'd also like to acknowledge the hard work that our apparatus committee put in, their vision and dedication in making this apparatus what it currently is. On a historical note, the last time the city of Spartanburg purchased the tractor-drawn aerial was in 1926. So that's 100 years ago, and we're very excited to bring this apparatus to the city and get it on the road. So we'd like to highlight a few things for you, starting here in the cab. We asked for a few switches to be moved around. The warning buzzer for the driver in the Tillerman we had moved to the side of the gearbox so that he could reach it very easily. In addition, we have the Tillerman not seated light and the stabilizer not stowed light up on the top of the dash. And then we also have the jackknife warning light. We put these in the driver's line of sight, and we asked for them to be colored blue so they would stand out differently from the other warning lights. In addition, the instrumentation is laid out very similar to one of our previous engine builds. That gives continuity for our engineers across apparatus, something that we will continue with future builds. Up top, the controls run all the way across from front to back of the apparatus and driver side to passenger side. This also mirrors what's in the Tillerman's cab, as that will reduce the amount of requesting certain things be turned on and off. The Tillerman also has those functions as well. So if you look down the profile of the apparatus, you'll notice the black over white paint scheme. This is something that we changed a few years ago with our latest engine build from our traditional all-white apparatus, and we're going to continue that with subsequent builds as well. We added red striping, and we also painted the pistons red just for a little bit of pop, and red is this truck company's color designation within the department. So as we move on down, we have our compartmentation. Our apparatus committee designed this truck with growth in mind. So we have several different shelving options inside each of these compartments. That way, as the need arises within our community, Spartanburg is growing. There's a lot of construction and projects going on. So as the need for more services arises, we'll be able to accommodate that with this apparatus. I'd like to mention that our emergency lighting package was provided by Sound Off Signal. We were very happy with what they provided for us on our previous engine build, so it was a no-brainer to kind of continue with them for this apparatus. Continuing down the side, we wanted to have a more than adequate scene lighting package, so we went with high vis, and we have 3 mounted to the trailer body. We also have an additional one that's mounted to the top of the tiller cab. We added this storage to the top deck just for additional storage. Again, as the need for more services arises, we can fit our Stokes basket in there, a backboard, our little giant ladder. We should even be able to store some cribbing up there as well. On the side, we have our quick throw ladders. This is the Duo Safety 300A ladder. This will be a range of 8 to 13 feet, and we find ourselves using a ladder in this range very often for attic access or even for VES. So we put it right on the side, so we'll be able to grab that as needed. Stepping over to the Tillerman's cab, we went with only one set of stairs on the truck, and it puts the driver and the Tillerman on the same side of the apparatus so that they always have line of sight with each other. The handrail, we continued all the way up to the top to give the Tillerman a little bit more stability getting in and out of the cab. If he has to lean out to take a look down the side, he has something to grab onto. We went with slide out doors as well, giving the Tillerman the maximum opening for quick entry and quick exit. And if you look at the instrumentation that's across the top, it mirrors what's in the front of the cab. And that way the Tillerman does have some control there. So as we move around to the back, our committee not only selected this apparatus for its versatility and maneuverability, but the ladder complement was one of the most important things to us, especially with the rate of growth that our city is experiencing with the increase in 3, 4, and 5-story apartment buildings. So this truck contains 324 feet of ground ladders. We went with the roller system for our larger ladders. We have 235s and 228s that are on the rollers, and they roll out and then restore very quickly. In addition, we have 3 12-foot troughs for lumber storage for structural collapse. We can fit 4x4s, 2x4s in there where we are able to start the operation before the rest of the equipment complement arrives. So around to the officer side of the apparatus, still looking up at the Tillerman's area, we provided convex mirrors on both sides for him for better visibility as well. And if we focus our attention to the cornering lights on either side of the tire, these also provided by sound off signal. These are controlled by the turn signal of the driver. So once he flips these on, it will illuminate the area so that the Tillerman has a better view of his tires at night. Quick throw ladders are included on the side. We married a 16-foot roof ladder and a 28-foot extension ladder here. Easy accessibility. The storage compartment that's on the deck, we have access from both sides. We also position cameras on both sides of the rig for the Tillerman, and that will give him a view of this area in here, which is a typical blind spot. On the fifth wheel turntable, rigging points were included. And we have our inlets for the aerial waterway. So there is no pump on this apparatus. We do have a pre-piped waterway going to the aerial that will have a smoothbore nozzle tip on it. Behind the banner on this side, we will be storing a rescue pit ladder there. That ladder has a hinging ability, and we'll be keeping it on the aerial and utilizing it for parapet access. So the hinge will drop off the tip and down to the roof for easy access for firefighters. We've provided 2 6-foot hook nests on either side of the truck, as well as an open well for our water can. A Line X behind it for the durability. More high-vis lighting on top. And we also have the high-vis brow light going across the entire front. And finishing off the front, our tow hooks are mounted on the deck of the bumper. We've included bumper blocks, Mars lights, and road array, which is back ordered, but that will be on there soon. We hope you enjoyed our walk around of our new 2025 Pierce tractor drawn aerial. Thanks for watching.